Hey, what's up, everybody? Been a while since I've done a video. about it's been about 3 weeks of me collecting some items and stuff. I went to some great auctions. My wife actually went with me to a couple of auctions for my birthday, and had a lot of fun. It's been a while since we've been together to something like that. Um, Flea market. My stepdad found some great things, and some people reached out to me through Facebook, and I bought some things from some people that way, and it's so much stuff that honestly I had to do this video in the garage. It'll fit in a man cave, but to do this video and lay it out, I couldn't do that. But let's check it out and see. So on this table here is most of everything I was able to pick up. All kind of different places and different things. I'll go through each one and kind of show you. But we will start off with this huge Japanese World War II banner. It is literally 10 feet long. And they had it at the auction. They sold it as a flag, but I thought it was a off to war banner, which I have one in the man cave now, but I don't remember what it said when I translated it, but it was some kind of a city in Japan. I don't know if it hung from a building or what it was exactly, but it is super cool. Very, very large, so I don't know what I'm going to do with it. It won't fit my space, but couldn't pass it up. And while I'm folding this guy up, I'll tell you, for my birthday, when my wife decided to go with me to the auction, it was great because it's kind of how I started out. Me and my wife just on a whim went to some places, an auction and some antique stores, just on like a date kind of day, and had a blast. But I kind of took it to the next level and went a little crazy with it. So it's been a while since she's gone with me, but hopefully she continues because I have a lot of fun going with her to these things. She was able to pick up some various items, some china and stuff like that. But anyway, at that same auction, I picked up these little trench, I don't know if they're supposed to be communion cups or shot glasses or what they are. Caught my eye, and they were like a box lot of various items. So I bid on that, and I can't remember, but I think I paid like $15 for the box. So it had these in it, and also some other things. I think like this reproduction, but was in it. This horse stirrup, which I'm pretty sure is from the late 1700s when I researched it. It was probably dug from someplace. That was in that box. And a few other odds and ends. I can't remember exactly everything. That was the first auction. It's been a few weeks, but that was a great pickup for $15. You can't beat that. I also got at the same auction this exploded artillery round. They sold it in 2 pieces, but I'm pretty sure that this piece would have gone with this. Like it should have been sold together probably, but still, I don't remember what I paid for it, but like $60-70. And this one, they had a few cannonballs, but they went for a little more than what I wanted to pay. This one still has the fuse, but it has been drilled out. I think I paid right at $100 for that one, which I don't mind paying for stuff that's going to go in the collection. But anyway, let's see what else we get at that same auction. This was really cool. I saw these helmets in the ad for the auctions while I went. I mean, this one does have some damage. Got that crack right there, and that kind of puncture right there, and it's definitely in relic condition, but that caught my eye in the ad. So they had this one and this German, I'm not up on my World War II German stuff, but I think that's like an is it 38? Anyway, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but I haven't researched it yet. But that was together in the picture, kind of like that. So when he got around to selling these, honestly, nobody bid. It was a packed house. I figured I'd be fighting for these, and if I did get them, I'd pay up. But absolutely nobody bid against me, and they sold them like choice. So I had the $5 winning bid for choice, and I just took both of them. So this helmet was $5, and this helmet was $5. So even if I was concerned about condition, I mean, come on, $5? Where are you going to find that? But anyway, and I'm pretty sure at this same auction, these photos were there. I think I paid, this is really cool. It's got this little boy there. And the Japanese officer there. I think I paid 20 for one of these and 15 for the other, something like that. But I have a few of these swords. So I thought how cool it would be to have just the picture displayed like with the sword. So there's that one. And then there's that one. I mean, really neat. I've never run across one of these, and there was two at that auction. So both of those. There was another box lot of items, and I kind of went through and took the stuff out that didn't really relate to military, but all of these were in one box. I think I paid again like $15 or so for the box. A lot of these pith are 1889s, and the spiked helmets for the U.S. A lot of these buttons that would go on them were in it. So I thought how neat to have these, because I know I'm getting more interested in them. I have a friend who's getting interested in them. That if we needed a replacement, we've got a ton of these buttons that go on them now. These are just navy tie clips, and a little round that was in that box too. I think this is like a some kind of Spanish thing. Oh, and this little Adolf guy model that was painted was in there, which I don't really need, but it was neat. It was included. Same auction. I picked up this medal. And another one I actually gave to, no, actually it was this medal and these two medals. I think I paid $10. It's not too bad. An interesting story. Towards the end of that first auction, I don't know if the auctioneer got tired or what, but it was getting later. And he just said, hey, just come on up and shop and whatever you want. And I was waiting for these medals to see what they went for, these Russian medals. I don't necessarily collect Russian. I've gotten a few lately. But that was interesting that this case has the ID in it. And I went up there and I was holding on to the medals. And a guy actually was talking to the auctioneer. I was waiting for my turn. I actually had them in my hand, holding them for a couple of minutes, 5 minutes or so. The guy came up and said he'd give him $15 for this to the auctioneer. And the auctioneer almost took them out of my hand, and I kind of looked at him like, I'm here and I'm holding them. But so at that point, I was going to get them no matter what, just out of feeling kind of slighted by the dude. So I think I paid $40 for these, which is still fine, but it could have gone to $100, $200. I wouldn't have let go of them because the guy kind of made me mad. But anyway, moving on. This auction was at that auction. I think it was like $5 or $10. And these guys. I think that was all at the no. Sorry about that. This flag I picked up. I missed out on a 45 star. But this one's actually a 49 star, which I love. The older flags, obsolete flags. I'm trying to collect a bunch of them, different numbered stars, but 49 is a 1 year off flag, so that's always a good pickup. And this was like added into something I bought. I was hoping it was a whole magazine, but it's apparently somebody just took the cover off and framed it, but still cool. The next auction the following weekend, I really wanted this because I couldn't tell in the photos if it was a marching band cap or what it was, but I'm fairly sure it's a military. I don't know if it's a military academy or not. It's got a really old label. You can see that. Can't really see that too well. Really old label on the inside there. I think I paid, I can't remember if it was $30 or $40 for that cap. I think a lot of people probably thought it was marching band too. But that was a good pickup. I picked up this for, I think it was $5. Might have been 10. A little lighter, trench art lighter. And I took a gamble. I don't buy German stuff because I'm not versed enough to know reproduction and real, but I did take a chance, and of course the reproductions, but I bought these. It wasn't too much of a gamble. I mean, I didn't waste too much money. And whatever. That same auction, what else do we get? This like powder keg thing, which I paid $5 for. I figured it would just look good sitting with the artillery shells. A little bit newer than most of the stuff I have, but still, again, $5. And that probably is most of what the auctions, the pickups were. And then my stepfather, his finds he had for me at the other flea market in a different town was this great lantern. Really neat. I can't remember if it's Chinese or Japanese lantern. He also found this. It's so heavy. That's got to weigh 20 pounds, but it's a large submariner's plaque presented to a commander, or I'm guessing this group, Sub Round 4. And with the swamp fox and palmetto tree, I'm guessing it was somewhere around here in South Carolina. But it has the names of all the other commanders of the subs and their names, which was neat. And I forgot to mention this. That came from the auction too, just a little Russian banner. But he also got me this engineering toolbox I'll use for storage. And these challenge coins. That buckle came from the auction too, but these challenge coins here, mostly Ranger and some Sear School and a Combat Diver School. And that is about all for those. I went to an estate sale with my wife again, which I was very happy she went with me. It was a lot of fun again to have somebody to talk to while we're waiting, and she picked up some little stuff for herself too, but she also helped me find the patches I wanted. And there was a big box lot of patches. I saw this one in the pictures and wanted it. Ended up being, I think, $5 a piece. So I got this great 5th Air Force theater-made Korean War patch, along with this 505th and this other airborne patch here, as well as this I can't remember the unit, but it's World War II-ish, as well as it's just a marksman badge for, I'm guessing, a high school or some kind of shooting competition, but it is dated 1944, 1945. Hard to see underneath there. And it's sterling. Of course, I don't care about the metals, but I mean the precious metal, but it's a great piece. And I'm probably going to set this camera up to show you the next private purchase. So hold on one second for me. All right, so I had a lady reach out through Facebook, and she had some swords that her husband had in their possessions. Her husband passed away earlier in the year, and she was an older lady and was just trying to free up some money. She didn't really have any attachment to the swords themselves. They were just something her husband had, she said. She had 3 swords. I ended up buying 2 from her, and I think I pretty much paid pretty close to retail. I was really trying to help her out. She said she was just trying to free up money for bills. But the third one, I didn't know much about. It was a Navy sword, but it looked to be older to me. So I suggested she go to some auction houses. And I was going to take her to, or have her meet me at a military show, and I was going to walk her around some of the vendors I know and see if she can get the most money out of it. But I think she's going to sell it to me because I made her a standing offer on it. But the first one is this naval. You can see the little wire in there is coming loose, but I didn't try to knock it down for that or anything. But it is in pretty great shape. I have a few of these on the sword wall, but if you guys are anything like me, it doesn't matter how many I have. If I find one, I want to buy it. I'm guessing World War II, post-war, somewhere in there. This one intrigued me. Like, I don't have a lot of cadet sword. I think I've sold a few. I'm nearby the Citadel, so I've had opportunity to own a few of this type of sword. But this one, she said her husband went to this, I think it's pronounced Stanton Military Academy, when he was in high school, I guess. I haven't seen too many of these that actually have the name of the school on the sword. I just thought it was really neat. So I gave her more money than I normally would have given for just a regular cadet sword. That great eagle or whatever that represents on the other side. I'm assuming that's their flag. And I know the school closed in the 70s, but she said he graduated from the Citadel in 73, so I'm assuming this must be from the late 60s. Which is really neat, and I got a chance to kind of help her out, and it also added to my collection, so win-win for both of us. Let's see what else we got. All right, so I had a private sale. A gentleman reached out to me on Facebook, and he had some items he was going to get rid of that were they weren't attached to his family. They were just things they had. He was in the Air Force, about to deploy, and was freeing up money. So I tried to help him out by finding other dealers, since I don't really deal anymore, that might be more interested. But he ended up just selling them to me, I think for $300. I can't remember if it was $300 or $400. But it had this officer's cap, name in it, just a liner. This ACH. This kind of Korean or post-Korea M1 with a liner. Liner's been painted. So I got those. But he also had this Australian. I think it's a 1918, if I remember right. Yeah, 1918. It's got Australia actually stamped on the grip there. These other two did not have scabbards, but they're going to go on this edge weapons wall anyway. This British 1907. And one of my favorite bayonets ever. A 1915 German butcher blade. I don't think you can really see the markings there, but again, no scabbard, but what just a beefy weapon. You know, that's just crazy that they had those. That was all from that. I think I got a pretty good deal, and he was happy. I think it was $350 if I remember right now. He was happy with what he got for it. So all right, and the flea market actually this past weekend. Well, this weekend, yesterday. It's Sunday when I'm making this video. I got this on Saturday. A guy I know, he had a ton of these different countries, European helmets that were turned into firemen's helmets and police helmets and stuff. But this one just caught my eye because I know it's the Swiss, and I have one on my helmet wall. But I figured how cool would it look to have the two variations of it. And I think I probably paid more than what I would have if I'd ordered it online or something. But still, got that and this. Probably should change the camera view on this. Hold on one second. There we go. That's better. And this box of, it turns out to be mostly Belgian insignia, collar, insignia, stuff like that. I'm not too sure about this cross. I haven't had a chance to really look at any of this, but I bought the whole box for, I think it was $200. But so, this is what it is. There's like a Belgian Army sports badge behind that. That one. And I figured this was British SAS, but when I was Google imaging the smaller one there, it had something to do with the Belgian, like Special Forces or something. So, not quite sure. If you know, drop me a comment. I was a military policeman, for those who don't know, so that was interesting to me. That's their military police. Army officer's cap badge. He just kept throwing stuff in before I even took it. So this was like, he threw that in to the deal even after I paid for it. So the whole box. I think that's Belgian Air Force, could be wrong. Again, guys, I'm not an expert in everything, so some of this stuff is foreign, and sometimes I'll buy it just to, I guess, get a little educated on it when I research it eventually. But anything you guys might know about it, drop me a comment, and I don't care if you correct me. You're not going to hurt my feelings. I was born in the 70s, so stuff doesn't affect me the same, I guess, as some people nowadays. I know this came from a different table. It was like $5. Anyway, I just noticed there's a German coin in the bottom of that I didn't know was in there. The rest is different little pins. It's the same stuff, it's just not in a case. I think a lot of them are beret flashes, maybe. Again, sorry this video is too long. Feel free to skip through some stuff if you're not interested, but I waited too long to do a video, and now I got too much stuff to want to do 4 or 5 videos. So, and a random challenge coin from, I think this is Fort Jackson, was in the bottom. Fort Jackson's about 40 minutes away from me. And a random Russian, which is interesting. I actually dropped one and broke it the other day, so that'll replace that one. Alright, so I bought a box of dishes, basically China. My wife probably thought I was crazy, but I happened to see, I think this one was sticking up out the top. The kind of World War I victory or Armistice Day little plates that were given by different companies. So I went through and got all the regular China out, These are all what was left. I paid $15 for the entire box. See, I'm not somebody who collects China, but I do love World War I. And these are some great pieces. I love that Conqueror die. This one probably ended up being, it paid for half of the auction haul that day, I think, but it's a German, not propaganda, but kind of patriotic, German patriotic kind of platter, little plate thing, which is really neat. The only German went in here, the rest of them are allied. Those are a set, those are all the same. Woodrow Wilson. I think there's one more, yeah. Anyway, sorry about the long video. I have to keep on top of things and do videos as I get stuff, at least once a week or so. So you guys don't have to sit around and listen to me talk for 30, 40 minutes. But I do appreciate everybody for watching, and I'll continue to make videos as long as I have one person other than me watching. Like, I'm good with it. But if you would, please like, and if you could subscribe, it doesn't cost you anything. It just helps me stay motivated to make videos. I'm going to be buying stuff regardless. As soon as I get this all in the man cave, I might have to readjust a bunch of stuff. Maybe I'll do another man cave tour, but until then, thanks for watching.